نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وبعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Let's continue with فعل Bite 26, we were learning about the rules for making فعل. Let's see what Al-Imam Al-Hariri tells us about the فعل أمر. والأمر مبني على السكون مثاله أحضر صفحة المغبور. Here, before going through the rules, just recall your فعل مضارع chart for uh, making فعل أمر. هو يفعل، هما يفعلان، هم يفعلون، هي تفعل، هما تفعلان، هن يفعلن، أنت تفعل، أنتما تفعلان، أنتم تفعلون، أنت تفعلين، أنتما تفعلان، أنتن تفعلن، أنا أفعل، نحن نفعل. So this is our فعل مضارع chart for فعل يفعل. And because learning about فعل أمر, before learning about failure, it is very important that you have a solid concepts. Your basic concepts about failure mudari are all clear. So, إعراب الفعل what is the rule or what is the rule upon which the فعل is made upon? فعل أمر يبنى على ما يجزم به مضارعه. فعل you need to learn about this rule. You have to memorize this rule, whether in Arabic or in English, but just remember that فعل أمر always dependent upon the mudari, and which mudari upon its mudari which is in the jazm form. فعل الأمر يبنى على ما جزم به مضارعه. فعل الأمر depends upon the majzum state of its mudari. Here there are again the three conditions for failure: حالة أولى, حالة ثانية, and حالة ثالثة. So, what is the first حالة or what is the first condition? It is مبني على السكون. It's مبني على السكون, and as we learned that it always depends upon its mudari form. So let's see what is حالة الأولى is telling us. Look at here. كتب يكتب. We learned about how do we make the jazm form, and we know that lam is our harf of just, it is making the next verb or the next word into majzoom form. So this is lam yaktub, from kataba yaktubu, lam yaktub. So this is our jazm of fi'l mudari. So how are we going to make the fi'l amr? Because we know that the failure depends on the failure mudari majzoom form then, and we learn about the rules that we need to the failure mudari is always failure amr is always made from the second person, and we know that what is the second person. That is the mukhatib. Anta antuma antum, anti antuma antunna. From these six sighas we make our failure amr. So the rule was to first make فعل مضارع majzoom. So how we are going to make it majzoom? By dropping that the ma from the last letter and making it majzoom. So we will make it majzoom, and then we will drop the sign of the فعل مضارع, and that is the ta, because it is the hua version. Inshallah, we are going to learn the rules in detail, but here, because as I mentioned that in Mulhatul Arab, we are not going into detail of every rule, but we will only have a little intro about how is all the rules working, and also what Imam Al Hariri is telling us about these rules. So, inshallah, we are going to have a separate session on this fairly but just for now, that we know that how we are going to make the rules for fairly we are going to drop the first letter, the sign of the fairly mudari, and we are going to make the last letter, which is O. So, uktub darsaka. Like this, this is the first condition. It is mabni ala sukoon. We can see the sukoon here of the faili amr. This is the first condition, that faili amr is mabni ala sukoon. Uktub darsaka. The second condition is mabni ala hasf noon. Here, the second is like dropping the noon. And how can we drop? What are the conditions that are involving this? Only the final khamsa that can be applied in like mabni ala hasf an-noon. So this involves a final khamsa. You can see yaktubani, yaktubuna, taktibira, yaktubani, taktubani, yaktubuna, taktubuna, taktibira. These are the file, and these are the noon filing, na filing, and this is also noon niswa. So we know that we are going to, sorry, this is not, this is Ya Mukhataba. So we are going to see how we are going to make the Feli Mudari Majzoom. We know that by dropping the noon, by hasf noon, we are going to make it Majzoom. Like here, Lam yaktuba, lam yaktubu, la taktubi. So here, just like that, we are going to drop this hasfanoon, not the majzoom, but here hasfanoon, and we are going to drop this noon to make a fairly mudari. Here you can see, as we mentioned, that our fairly depends on fairly mudari. So here this will follow the same rule. Like lam yaktuba, lam yaktubu, la taktubi. So here we know that by dropping the noon, we are making this afal khamsa light. So here you can say that bafel amr will follow the same rule. So uktuba ad-darsa, uktubu ad-darsa, uktubi ad-darsa. Here we are dropping all the we are the noon, and we are hasf noon, we can say, and again follow the same rule by just removing the sign of the faili mudare, that is the first word ya or ta. In this case, faili amr, we are dropping the ta, the anta forms, or antuma or anti forms here. The third condition is mabni ala harf illa. We know that harf illa are alif, waw, and ya, and this is that إذا كان الفعل مضارع معطل آخر means that the verbs have a, harf illa in the end. Mu'tal means the harf illa in the end. The last letter is harf illa, just like it's shown here. Yas'a, yaqdi, and yad'u. Here, alif, ya, and waw are huruf al-illa. And how we are going to make uh, this third condition by dropping harf illa is the third condition of making the fail am. First one was by making it majzoom by putting a sukoon. Second condition was by hasf noon, by omission of the noon. And the third one is the omission of harf illa. These are the three conditions for fail am. And one thing I would like to tell you that in Quran, mostly we see that there are you can say three types of amr used in the Quran, commanding with the use of lam amr. Inshallah, we will learn it as well. commanding with فعل أمر, this is what we are doing just right now, and the use of مصدر for commanding. And لام أمر is just المضارع مقرون بلام أمر, and commanding with فعل أمر, that we are doing it right now. اسم فعل فعل أمر. There are lots of 3 or 4 types of commands used in the Quran, and inshallah we are going to learn. And this one is the most widely used commanding فعل أمر that is used in the Quran. So these are the 3 conditions for فعل أمر: مبني على السكون, مبني على حذف النون, and مبني على حذف حرف إلا. How we are going to do it? Like we know that we are going to take the فعل مضارع. How we are going to make it the like this, like putting the harf of jazm, lam yas'a, lam yakdi, and lam yad'u. So what is the rule? By if we have the huruf illa in the end, we are going to drop it. So you can see here, this ya, alif, ya, and wow are dropped here. For making fail follow the same rule. Just remove the sign of the fail mudare, that is ya or ta. For fail it is ta, and then make it make for this third type, we are going to drop the harf illa. So here we drop the harf illa. It is is'a, ikdi, and udu. It is like ya is dropped, this from all of these examples, and the last letters alif, ya, and waw. So the third type of fi'l amr is that it is mabni ala hasf harf illa. So these are the 3 types that we learned about fi'l amr. Inshallah, we are going to learn them in detail as well. But here, just the little explanation is that failure depends upon these 3 conditions. مبني على سكون, مبني على حذف النون, and مبني على حذف حرف إلا. Here you can see what we are going to write for the إعراب. اكتب, اكتبا, and إسا. See here, اكتب فعل أمر مبني على السكون. The first condition, حالة أولى. حالة الثانية is اكتبا فعل أمر مبني على حذف النون. We know that it is from تكتباني. The sign of the فعل مضارع is moved, and the حذف النون or the omission of the noon from here. And the third condition is حذف حرف إلا is إسعى. This is سعى, يسعى, إسعى. فعل أمر مبني على حذف حرف إلا. Alright, so here these are the 3 conditions for فعل أمر. فعل أمر مبني على السكون, فعل أمر مبني على حذف النون, فعل أمر مبني على حذف حرف إلا. Here, before ending this session, just learn one more rule, and I want you to tell that I want to tell you is that it's about بيت 27. وإن تلاه ألف ولام فاكسر وقل ليكم الغلام. So here it is Imam al-Hariri is saying that if tarahu, if follows it, or who is referring back to fail amr. If alif and lam follows it, it what? The fail amr. If alif and lam follows fail amr, faksir. This is also a command. You can see here, aksir. Then put a kasra, then kasrify it. Like this, you are going to put the kasra on the faili amr. Wakul, for example, liyakum al here, as I mentioned, that there are 4 types of, or you can say 3 types of main types of commands used in the Quran, and one of it is also commanding with the use of lam amr. So here, Imam al-Hariri gives us the example for the lam amr. Liyakum al Here you can see this lam amr is used here for as an example. But you can see from this example, inshallah we'll look into this, that uktub ad-darsa. Imam al-Hariri is saying that if فعل أمر is followed by alif and lam, just like here, al. Then kasrify it. Then put a kasra on the last letter of the فعل أمر, because it will ease the pronunciation, because this is again the meeting of the two sukuns here. Uktub darsa. So, sukoon of this and sukoon of this. Then you can say that if this is the rule of al-ittiqa sakinain. So here, meeting, because of the meeting of the two sukoons, then you need to drop the sukoon and put a kasra under the faili am. So it will become uktubid darsa. Uktubid darsa, to join these two words and to pronounce them easily. So here, he has given us this rule, liyakum. Liyakum was the actual failure, or you can say the commanding fail used with the lam amr. So here, by putting, because here it was followed by al, here sukoon and this sukoon, they were two meeting, al ittaqa sakin happened here. So when this happens, you need to put the kasra on the fail or the first word. ليقبل غلامه. This was البيت 27, and it was وإن تلاه ألف غلام فاكسر وقل ليقبل غلامه. So اكتب الدرس. This is the rule that we learned in Bait 27. Let's see what is this rule, لِيَكُمِ الْغُلَامُ. As I mentioned, there are three types of commands forms used in Quran, and one of it is also this lam amr لِيَكُمِ الْغُلَامُ, and we can say فعل مضارع مقترن بلام الأمر جازمة, a present tense verb associated or paired with an emphatic imperative lam. This lam is lam al al jazima. This lam, and we will inshallah learn about this lam. But just for now, just remember that this will not drop the further sign of the faili mudare. It will remain intact here, but only the last letter will be in the form of majzoom for this lam al amr al jazima. So this is called the فعل مضارع مقترن بلام الأمر الجازمة. So inshallah, I'll see you in the next session. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.